Dead by Daylight is heading in the wrong direction. You heard me right. And probably not for the reasons you think it is. Okay? Not for the reasons you think it is. Now, hear me out. I still enjoy the game, and it still has a lot of fun. But I think if it keeps heading the route it's going down, we're going to be going nowhere real fast. Okay? Nowhere real fast. And you're like, oh no, what direction is it heading? Okay. Well, let's sit back and look at the recent changes. And we kind of look at, oh, maybe it's going this way, this way, this way. But I think the most obvious way that the game is heading is to Balanceville. Balanceville? What is Balanceville? Anchor, please tell me what Balanceville is. Well, Balanceville is where you have a game that has so many fun ways to be played. Many fun ways to be played. The most enjoyable, according, just like you see in my videos, all the different things I like to try and do in those videos and pull off to enjoy the game in a different way than probably most people do, you know? The game itself is a sandbox, you know? It's why it has all these perk selections, survivors, killers, builds, everything. I would consider it a sandbox game. You go in, and there's no clear-cut victory. You know, as a killer, yeah, you can hook all the survivors, and that is a win. Yeah, to some people, it's a win. To me, if I kill all 4 survivors, I can still be mad at the end of the game. Because that's how I am. Sometimes having fun isn't what you think the game is, not just winning. The best way of describing it, right? It's not just about the way the game wants you to have a victory. It's about how you achieve your own victory. For me, playing Survivor, escaping, that's cool, but if all I did was do generators, hide, do more generators, maybe unhook a teammate, heal him up, open the gate and leave, did I have fun? No. Did I have fun, baby? Pulling out a stupid build, playing with my boy, running around the killer, getting down and dying at the end of the game? Heck yeah, I had fun. That's 10 times more fun than doing generators and leaving the game. And the same can be said for playing killer. The only way. Why do you think face camping Bubba is so popular? It's a popularized playstyle that allows a killer to do something dumb enough where they probably know they're salting up the survivors, and that's their enjoyment. To them, that's a win. Yeah, they didn't kill all 4 people, or they probably did, because you had 3 megalodons running down the basement stairs ready to save and immediately dying one after another. You know what I mean? Possibly, but you get what I'm trying to say. This game is in this point where everyone, and I mean almost everyone, maybe it's just me going on Twitter, okay? I don't go to Reddit because I'm banned on there, okay? Don't tell me. I post one clip and I got negative karma, okay? I don't like Reddit. Yeah, they hurt my feelings. All jokes aside, Twitter is the main area, and YouTube, where I see a lot of DBD content, okay? And what I see is everyone's talking about, oh, this is too strong, let's nerf this. This is too strong, let's nerf this. Okay, yeah, there's certain things in the game that are boring, and I think it's because of the staleness of trying to balance everything out. And let's take one good example for this, right? Knight is a prime example. The 2 newest killers, isn't it Knight and Skull Merchant are the 2 newest, I think, right? Both killers have something that no one likes versing. And that's called a long grueling match of doing generators. When you play the game, I've never liked it. I used to play this game as killer a lot too. You have to understand that. Where a killer can't chase someone because they know they'll immediately lose from generators, so they just guard generators. It is a boring gameplay loop for everyone. No one likes doing that. Okay, no one likes that. I guarantee killers don't like leaving chases for gens. Okay, as someone who literally played killer for like 1,000 hours on stream, like just trying to get better at killer, and I enjoyed it, right? But the thing I hated most was like chasing someone and then being like, oh man, if I chase this person, I'm gonna lose 3 gens. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go camp the generators. and try and win the game that way. And it's only gotten worse since. And last time I played Killer, I played a bunch of Killer was a very long time ago. I completely off topic, but I believe Killer is extremely boring and stale to play now because of the way that your hand is kind of forced to play Killer. You can't really enjoy too much. It's harder for me to enjoy Killer, is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot more less pressure on me when I play Survivor and have a good time. But everything aside, the game doesn't want the game does not want you to have creativity anymore. It doesn't. The way people complain about it too is they don't want creativity in the game. They don't. The best thing that has ever happened to this game in the more recent future since I've played, and I literally bought this game, I think the day it came out. I have no idea. I bought DBD in 2016, early, like August or something like that. I don't know. But like since that point, the best update that's come out in recent times was this huge perk overhaul update. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I left the game for a while. I came back because some friends told me about the DBD update, and it was like they literally changed like 50 perks in the game. They buffed a bunch, they nerfed a couple, and like everything was changed up. And you want to know why it was fun? Why it brought attention back to the game and why people started playing? Because the game wasn't going to be the same in terms of the gameplay loop. Right now, you know, what do you have a lot of is you have a lot of, I'm going to rush the gens. And then what does the killer do? I'm going to camp a 3-gen. And it's just two people only focusing the objective to try and win the game. I know, wow, focusing the objective. That's really cool, Anchor. That's the point of the game. Is it? Is that the point of the game? Technically, that is the quote-unquote objective of the game, but that's not the point of the game. You know what I mean? The killer kill survivors by any means. You know, if that requires a 4K slug, cue up the clown video. You know what I'm saying? Time to go fishing. If that's what it means, you know, to you that's what it means. But the problem is that's what it's becoming. The more and more you nerf everything, the more and more this game just becomes objective focused. Okay, it just becomes more and more and more objective focused. I think this game is lacking the balls to do anything because of the player base is too scared to enjoy something for what it is. Instead, if one side has something a little too saucy, and their first thing is to nerf it, and everyone always goes to the nerf instead of buff. Why don't we buff things? You know what I mean? Why don't we add a little power creep into this game? This game doesn't need to be a hyper balanced competitive game. It doesn't need to be a hyper balanced game. Like, let's be honest, hyper balanced games aren't fun. Okay, this is not. Well, they can be in certain games. Counter-Strike is a prime example, but Counter-Strike is a competitive game. DBD is not. I'm sorry, you guys. It's like sweat squad survivor versus Blight. It's like, yeah, that's cool that you want to have fun, but the game should not be balanced around that. Okay, the game should not be balanced around being a competitive game. This game isn't even close to being competitive. Okay, I hop on this game with the boys. I want to run random perks, random perk generators, have a good time, and not feel like it's the most awful thing I've done all night. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm just wasting my time when I play this game, because it's like I don't want to sit there and rush gens. Okay, no. We want to enjoy the game. And think about it like this. Why did games in the past, why were they so fun? You know, I think like this is the easiest example for me to go to because it's part of what I grew up playing. But Modern Warfare 2 is a great example. The original one, okay, original Modern Warfare 2 in like 2009 or whatever. That game is a prime example of what like everything being overpowered so nothing's overpowered kind of deal. You know, it's like incredible. Everyone's super, so no one's super. That is the best balancing philosophy in a game like DBD. Okay? It's the best balancing philosophy. If both sides have plenty of perks and add-ons, killers, powers that are strong, and plenty of things that are strong, and then you like let people play on it, they're going to have fun. The reason people like playing Killer, for example, is they want to feel like the killer. They want to feel like they're in control of the match. Okay, that's the you know, or some people are the next Jeffrey Dahmer. You never know, but they're playing Killer. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want and hear me out. I don't write scripts. Okay, I don't write scripts. I'm off the top of the head because it's more fun that way. But when you sit here and everything's broken, right? Everything's broken. Like you have killers broken, survivors broken. Are they really broken, or now they equal? They just have really strong things in both regards. That can make the game a whole heck of a lot more fun than both sides being kind of so nerfed into the ground that you make one mistake and the game's over for you. There's zero fun allowed. Now, I've always been a big hater of Dead Hard. The big hater of Dead Hard, and the reason is killers don't really have anything that is as fun as Dead Hard on the killer side, and I always disliked it playing killer. I never used it as survivor because I felt like it was a little too overpowered. I think it was so out of place in this game compared to everything else. Nothing was as good as Dead Hard. Ever will be, I feel like, as good as Dead Hard. It was such a unique perk that gave you so many benefits. It's crazy. Sorry, getting off topic. But on the topic of broken perks like Dead Hard, now imagine if you gave killers something as strong as Dead Hard in multiple ways, and you buff survivor perks to be as strong as Dead Hard in multiple ways. Let's take some perks on killer, for example. Let's take Coupé de grass, cut the grass, yeah. Cut the grass. What does cut the grass do? Okay, cut the grass allows you to get a really long lunge when a generator is finished. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, it's really fun to use. It's actually really funny to use, and that's cool. It's a pretty good perk actually when you think about it. But wait, there's a limiting factor on that thing. You get 5 per game. 5. Why do you only get 5? And guess what? You don't get them whenever you want. You don't get 5 stacks at the start. No, you get 1 when a generator is completed. That requires you to let things slide so you can get 1 long lunge. There's 8 survivors. Or 8 survivors, what I'm talking about. 4 survivors, 8 health states to get people down on the ground. And that's for 1 hook. And you get 5 of those. That's not even enough to swipe 1 set of them down. So you have this really cool perk that they add in the game. Really cool perk. And they put this massive limiting factor on it to make it, feel a little bit more balanced. So no one's going to use the perk. It's like, oh, guys, we have a really cool perk idea, right? Extra long lunge range. You want to know why that's cool? Because it feels like you're like a killer on steroids. You get a long lunge, and the killer's like, oh, that's freaking awesome, right? That's why people like it. Okay, so you do that. Now, guess what? We're gonna have this really cool perk idea, but let's make it to where maybe you can only use 5 times a game. Huh? You sure about that? Are we sure that's what we want? It's like they have there's so many cool perks in this game, but they're always they have so many limitations on it that you might as well not even use it. You're gonna maybe get how much value out of it? Almost none. I think another amazing funny perk is the pebble, but the pebble is literally so ridiculous to get that you have to throw to get the pebble. Why can't you just make the pebble strong? Why can't you just, instead of, 25 seconds, why can't you make it 10 seconds and you get a bunch of pebbles? Who cares? It's a noise notification for the killer that you can throw. But at least make it to where the limitations aren't so overwhelmingly, oppressing, so you can enjoy the perk and have fun with it. The whole point of this game is to have fun, but, you get, a 1 pebble every, 30 seconds that you can't even be in a chase either while you're getting it in the killer's terror radius. So it's like you have to go sit by the killer for 30 seconds to get your pebble, then you can have an inopportune time to throw it, and then you have to wait another 30 seconds. Just buff it. Who cares? What is that gonna do to hurt anyone? Is it gonna be better than Unbreakable? No, but at least you're giving people more fun, more ways to enjoy the game than spamming the same balanced perks or the same strongest secondhand perks in the game over and over and over again. It gets old. It gets old real fast. I don't want to go into too many perks. Okay? I don't want to go into too many perks. But I think, as a man who's done a video on this at this point now, right? I think self-care is the best example of the biggest fall from grace known to mankind. The biggest fall from grace known to mankind. That perk used to, I believe, heal yourself at 100% heal speed. Yeah, maybe definitely strong. Definitely a strong perk, right? Okay, then they nerf it down. I think the first thing they chopped it to was like 50%, and like maybe it was less than that, I'm not sure, but they chop it down, they nerfed it, right? And then it was like 50%, but like if you're healing yourself with like a med kit, you you have better item efficiency, something like that. And then they get rid of that, and then they nerf it down to 35%. Like, dude, you might as well not use the perk anymore. Right? It's like you have these perks that you literally have in the game, and it might as well not exist, because you put so many limitations on a perk that it's like it's just a waste being in the game at this point. Like it's unnecessary file space in my computer now. Like, just get rid of the perk. No one wants to use it. You literally could make an entire build around it like I did. Right? And it's still the most like, it still feels awful. I can't even get positive heal speed using self-care with all 4 of my perks around one, like all 3 extra perks surrounding one perk. I can't pull it off. That's how bad it is. Why do you even have those perks in the game? Like, it just makes no sense. Just make things fun. I know I'm ranting here, but that was the point of this video. I just wanted to have a fun talk. I just wanted people to realize, I don't know, probably not going to reach too many people this video, but let's stop like asking for things to be like nerfed, and let's start asking for other perks to be buffed. I think that's what we want. I think this game needs to go back to being fun and not a hyper competitive sweat fest. No one wants to min-max in this game, okay? I'm a min-maxer in a lot of games, but this game I'm not a min-maxer. I'm just trying to enjoy the game. I think most people are just trying to enjoy this game and have a good time. I hate when people use this, right? It's like, oh, it's a party game. It is a party game. That's what this game came out to be, enjoyed and not looked at like my MMR needs to be cranked through the roof and I need to sweat my choncharinis off all over. Okay, let's bring DBD back to glory, and I genuinely think that this is the first step in the right direction, is adding a little bit more brokenness, not just on one side, both sides. I don't think any side is too broken right now. I just think the game's boring, and the first person to make a mistake loses the game. I think that's the state of DBD. Okay, I want you guys to know that the game isn't the game. I don't think the game is sided at the moment, especially with the Dead Hard nerf. I think it's whoever makes the first mistake first, it costs them the game. All it takes is one survivor to slip up after another one's hooked, and you got 2 people on hook and the killer has infinite pressure. All it takes is the killer to make one bad mind game, get stunned by pallet, and 4 gens pop, if you know what I mean. That's the state of the game, because there's no fun to be had outside of doing generators for some people. I just left click simulator. End of rant. Okay, I want you guys to take a look at this. If you can, maybe spread this video out to some people, maybe subscribe and like it. I think this is a little bit eye-opening. If you disagree with me, the dislike button is always there too. The thing is, I'm not here to say I'm right. I'm here to open up discussion to what could make this game more enjoyable again, because to be fair, I think that at the end of the day, every single person that plays this game, they just want the game to be more fun for everyone. Everyone wants to have more fun, both sides. Okay, no one's taking sides here. Let's enjoy the game again. Let's bring it back to the good old days. Okay, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you for if you did make it to this point in the video, thank you for staying through my baby tantrum rant. And we will probably be coming out with another gameplay video in the near future here. I have been a little slower, but we get over the humps and we get to the next one. Thank you guys once again. I will see you guys in the near future. Have a good day, Cheeveries.